Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Bilal Abdul Kareem for OGN. Today, we're going to discuss an operation which took place in the al-Bab area of northern Syria on the Turkish border. Let's get started. First of all, the participants were Ahmed al-Shara, the new president of Syria, and his security forces, and none other than the United States military. They carried out a joint operation against those suspected to be ISIS members and leaders. Let's take a look and see what the United States CENTCOM, the United States military, had to say about the operation to establish that indeed it did take place. They said, quote, "Early this morning in al-Bab, Syria," now we're talking about approximately 2:15 local time, Friday morning. Early this morning in al-Bab, Syria, CENTCOM forces conducted a raid resulting in the death of senior ISIS leader Dihya Zawba Muslih al-Hardani and his two adult ISIS-affiliated sons. These ISIS individuals posed a threat to U.S. and coalition forces as well as the new Syrian government. We will continue to relentlessly pursue ISIS terrorists alongside our partners and allies, end quote. This is a statement by General Michael Eric Kurilla, U.S. Central Command Commander. Okay, brothers and sisters, let's unpack this just a little bit. Issue number one, firstly and foremostly, we're not going to talk about the Islamic ruling of bringing in the non-Muslim United States forces into the fray, but we're going to discuss how is it possible that Ahmed al-Shara could put together alongside U.S. military forces the Muslims from his security services to carry out a joint operation. How this is possible, I am not certain. Why? Because the United States is arming, bankrolling, politically covering, and funding a genocide just some kilometers away from Syria, because it's all Bilad Sham, and of course we're talking about Gaza. How is it possible that those forces could be allowed to operate inside of Syria? Now, as it states here, it says that it also threatened the new Syrian government. Now, if these individuals, and I cannot vouch for them, of course, I have no idea who these people are, but if they are ISIS operatives, was it not possible for Ahmed al-Shara's forces to go and arrest them? Which brings us to the second issue. This entire revolution was all about justice. Now, the problem that I'm having here is that if it's about justice, then why were these people not given an opportunity to defend themselves in court? Was it impossible to arrest one guy and two sons? I find that to be difficult to believe, that it's impossible to arrest these individuals. Why is it that the Americans should be allowed to come in and pull off a kill operation inside of Syrian territory? Now, you've got to remember something. Abu Muhammad al-Jawlani, Ahmed al-Shara, he himself was on a global terrorist list just as recently as last year. He was just released from that terrorist list. What if 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, he was targeted in a kill operation where he never had an opportunity to show that he really wasn't a terrorist? And I've never thought that Abu Muhammad Jawlani was a terrorist. I differ with him in many things, many of them Islamic, but I never thought him to be a terrorist. But if it would have happened the way that this happened under his watch, he himself would have been killed without having an opportunity to exonerate himself. This is a major, major violation of justice and Islamic jurisprudence. And I think that the Syrian people are owed an explanation as to why this was allowed to take place on their soil. My name is Bilal Abdul Kareem. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.